The snake and the cat, your average household cat, they are both inherently knowledgeable about how to maintain and not lose their energy. They are bodies, they sleep in circles so that the energy stays within, does not go out and cycles into themselves without it dissipating as they sleep. But they have different methods of fighting. The snake knows how to attack. It cannot block. Its full effort in fighting or destroying an enemy, killing an enemy, is to put all of its effort into a strike. It has no limbs to block. So many of them are poisonous, but most of them have a strong bite to deliver a either knockout or a breaking bite. The cat, they like boxes, they like borders, they like contained and ordered perimeters. That's why they sit in boxes, squares. They like to sit in things. It makes them feel safe. And in these boundaries, they can look beyond the edges, even if it's a circle, for anything that might come and get them. They can look up as well. So when a cat is, for instance, approached by a snake or another animal, it waits and bats aside the attack. Outside of its perimeter, it goes only when trying to bat away an attack. Snake can't do that. The way of resistance and the way of flow are two diametrically opposed opposites. And there are many ways in between. But in stark contrast, one is a way of, for instance, the snake, staying low to the ground, weaving in and out of situations, places. Think of social situations or trying to get ahead in your job. It's almost like you're waiting below, not trying to get noticed. And if a prey or if an enemy, if an opportunity comes to attack, you might take it. If you're in a workplace, it's more so a social thing, trying to rise up the ranks. If it's in a fight, you're waiting to get in a position to where you can strike. Different from the cat. The cat finds its perimeters, for instance, in a social situation at work, or even in a fight. You maintain a certain border. You wait for that border to be crossed. This way is more orderly. You find boundaries for yourself, and you wait until a threat comes towards those boundaries. Perhaps you're not even waiting for a threat if you're a human being, but you have certain lines that you don't want crossed, and then you have certain ways to bat the attacks aside, even socially. The snake is more of it's a different kind of predator. Cats, if you're a small mouse, it's a predator. But something its size or bigger, it is the way of flow. For a snake, it addresses all things the same because it can only strike. There is a certain thread within even martial arts. Jeet Kune Do, the style of Bruce Lee. His master used a quite different style. One that got in close, but was all about blocks. Jeet Kune Do is a little bit different. To the side, and then waiting to strike in like a snake, quick, rather than having a straight boundary and attacking your enemy straight. Go side. Foundation for American karate. I was in American karate. I was also in Taekwondo, and I was in kickboxing. Number of street fights. But there are certain elements in martial arts that make it an art. There are certain elements in nature that we can learn from and employ within our lives. Do we view others as prey? Do we view others as a threat? Do we weave our way into attack and to get ahead, to climb a ladder of any kind, social or at work? Or are we like the cat? We have our boundaries and we wait for an approach if there ever is an approach. One is a way of natural order, the cat, and the snake, its way is resistance. its way is more singular. Its way is for itself in a way that cats, they do fight, but it's not quite the same way. There are certain differences that we can notice even within people and how they address certain situations. And it's worth thinking on how you address situations and where your boundaries are. Or do you like the way of resistance? You against everyone else, or perhaps you and a certain group against everyone else, or you looking for openings to take down something that might be in your way, an obstacle, rather than finding those barriers or setting them yourself, like the cat in its defense. There are certain kinds of fish as well. In a river, the trout, I believe, goes against the river and goes against the flow. When it's time to proliferate, when it's time to mate, when it's time to spread itself, spread their power, if you will, it goes against, and it is given certain advantages for going against the flow. And then most other kinds of fish go with the flow and weave with it. Would you like to weave with the flow? Would you like to go against it? Would you like to establish your boundaries, or would you like to sneak into other people's boundaries? The way of resistance and flow is worth considering, and its implications in both magic, spirituality, relationships, and a myriad of other things. At any rate, I think I've talked for long enough. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to hit that thumbs up down there. It really helps out the channel. And feel free to leave a comment and share this wherever you like. At any rate, thank you very much for watching. Hope all of you have a wonderful day.